I ain't gonna lie, I'm going through a lot of shit right now. Going through a lot of shit.
Welcome to The Wall, brothers. Today, I want to show you a reality that women around the world are facing. With the epidemic of loneliness and the high cost of living, many are regretting not having made the decision to marry. They end up as single mothers, or even worse, getting divorced and ending up on the streets. But before we continue, brothers, we invite you to subscribe and like the video. We aim to reach 50,000 subscribers, so we ask for your small contribution so the family keeps growing. We also have our super chat open if you'd like to donate to the channel. Don't forget to leave us your comments. Without further ado, let's begin.
I want to know how the hell people in Canada are even living. I generally consider myself a positive person. I'm resourceful, but some stuff happened around the property and while I know I'll never truly be homeless, I have family to live with. And, I have options. I'm luckier than a lot of other people, but how the hell is anyone existing in Canada? I feel trapped. And, I just got a good job. I started in September, but even with that job, it pays less than 40 grand a year. And it's a job that requires, education. And even on that job, I still can't do shit. I can't buy anything. I can't afford the rent these days. I'm just feeling so much despair, and I know I'm normally really, really positive, but I'm just how is everyone else, and are you okay? Because the answer's probably no. And I know I'm lucky. I don't have kids. I have good family that will support me, but I feel I can't stay here, but I can't move anywhere else, because anywhere else I move to, I'm gonna be charging, the landlords are just gonna charge me $2,500 a month in rent, unless I move into the middle of literally nowhere where there are zero jobs, and I'm just feeling really overwhelmed, and, I don't know. There's a part of me that just wants to say, F it, and just get a whole bunch of credit cards and just travel and just get out of Canada, because I know it's bad everywhere. I really do. But I don't know. At 33 years old, I was really hoping that I could at the very least afford, a small house. I don't want 3,100 square feet bullshit. I just want something small, 500 square feet, even less. And yet, it's so fucking expensive. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I must say you didn't play your cards well. You ended up hitting the wall. We all know the wall doesn't forgive. I recommend you find a quick simp or a beta provider. See if it helps you. Brothers, this is the reality of the modern woman. The feminists won't tell you this, but many of these women are drowning in debt. Many have student loans or credit card debt, or they simply want to pretend to live a lifestyle their wallet can't afford. The woman who doesn't invest in a man's potential and time ends up in this situation. Then you hear them say that single women are the happiest. Unless I'm short-sighted, all I see is a woman having a mental breakdown because she can't support herself. If you had married, worked as a team with a man, you could have a home. That's why the man has to maintain a household, and the woman just stays at home. That woman is privileged because covering all expenses nowadays requires many hours of work, brothers. This woman has 3 options: work until exhausted, end up on the streets or at her parents' house, or find a beta provider. And even the latter is difficult. Brothers, the wall doesn't forgive.
I think I'm quite lonely, and I feel really bad for saying that because I have friends. It's not that I don't have friends, but everybody grows up and has different interests, and I kind of don't know where I fit in anymore. It's 6:15. I am halfway ready for bed. I'm not really hungry. I don't think... How do you make friends in your 30s? And I do have friends. It's not that I don't have anyone to turn to, but where do I get hobbies? Where do I meet new people? How do you, if you're not married and you don't have kids, and I don't know, maybe I don't go out and drink a lot anymore, and I just don't know what. I sound really moody, and I also don't. I like to be quite upbeat, even though I am horribly depressed. But I don't know. I just feel really lost. Just thought I'd share it in case you feel the same.
The epidemic of single women reaching their 30s is worrying. It's said that by 2030, over 45% of women aged 25 to 35 will be single. Women have been responsible for minimizing men, ruining marriage for everyone. I say they're responsible because they initiate 80% of divorces. With so many stories of bad marriages, men financially ruined, it's harder for women to find someone to give them the precious ring. Unlike many men, women grow up with their group of friends. But some of them get married or find partners along the way. Those who waste their time partying or with Chad, men who bring nothing to the table except their seed, end up hitting the wall at 30. They realize their friends are already married, focused on their families, and many don't have time for them. So they start looking for new friends and begin to feel depressed because they see everyone else living their lives while they have nothing to do on a Sunday afternoon. They feel the wall, the reality that no one is waiting for them. No one is sending them a message to show interest in them. But the women of the colorful hair movement say you have to be a strong, independent woman, so enjoy your solitude.
I can't function anymore. I don't understand how I make $34 an hour and I can't function. I can't function. I can't pay my bills. I can't even literally keep gas in my car to get to work 3 days a week. I buy a loaf of rye bread and I work really hard to keep that one loaf of rye bread lasting me the whole week, and I eat peanut butter. So I'll eat peanut butter toast whenever I'm hungry. And it's been fine. It's been working just fine. I'm good with that. That's fine. But last week, I guess I was a little extra hungry a couple days, so I had toast in the morning and toast in the evening, which that's not in my budget. So I ran out of bread on like the Thursday or even the Friday, I don't know. Either way, at 47, I had to see if my mother could buy me a loaf of bread so that I could eat for the weekend before my daughter got home. I don't understand why things are so hard right now. I apparently make too much money to receive any financial benefits or help of any kind.
So a lot of these videos have been popping up on people's timelines about how there's so much struggle in Canada. I mean, this lady is saying she eats bread and peanut butter for the whole week, guys. She can't even eat it twice a day. She had to ask her mother at 47 years old. I think that's what she said. Is this the true situation in Canada, guys? I mean, she says she works 3 times a week, $30-something an hour. So maybe she's not working as much as people who are going there want to work. Because I was speaking to someone yesterday and he's saying his wife is already in Canada. She's converting a study permit to like a work permit. He's going to be going there. And I mean, they're excited about it. So let us know, people in Canada, what's really going on out there.
Here we see the results of not getting married. Although it's hard for me to believe that with that salary, she can't manage to support herself. Because this is the difference between men and women. A man doesn't mind not spending much on himself, but he tries to stay out of debt. Typically, every man knows by the age of 20 that he has no life insurance, knows that if he doesn't work, he'll end up on the streets. But this is not taught to women. Modern women are only told to be happy, travel, go out with any man you want, enjoy life because you deserve to be happy. This woman seems to be divorced. If she had stayed with her husband, this wouldn't have happened to her. But she decides to leave her husband, the children grow up, throw her to her fate, and since she doesn't have a man to take care of her, she has to support herself and pay for everything. And it's a very nice, strong, and independent speech at 25 and 30, but at 40-something, more tired, surely with some illness or medical bills, a mortgage if they own a house because many live at that age, and rentals, credit card debt. To top it off with poor financial knowledge. It's either to starve or live on the streets or where their father lives if they are alive. But women are faithful to their emotions. They keep asking for divorce because, as you know, they deserve to be happy.
I have been a single mom for all of 2 years, and I have to say, I hate it here. I don't hate being a mom. I don't hate having kids, but I hate the fact that I only had 2 options. Either stay in an unhealthy, dysfunctional relationship or do it all on my own. And see, when I was a stay-at-home mom, I did the cooking, the cleaning. I was a primary person in charge of taking care of the children. And here I thought that that was a totally different category than being a working mom. As a working mom, I'm literally still doing all of the same stay-at-home mom shit, just on a different schedule. But now with the added mental stress load of how do I pay every bill by myself? And that's not even the part that frustrates me. The kicker is that this is culturally normal and even embraced, that if you're a single mom, you're just going to struggle and that's it. Like, I could be on the brink of a mental breakdown, literally underwater, telling people like, I do not know how to make this better. And someone will ask me, what's wrong? Are you okay? No, I'm not. And the response is, well, you know, it's hard out here for everybody. And I get it. We all have our challenges. We're all going through our own struggles. But why is it culturally normal for this to be the only other option? Like, at this point, I'm about to start dating other moms to see who wants to co-mother together. Because the fact that we're all just isolated, but going through the same exact challenges at the same time just feels ridiculous.
2 women with children in the same house, both with financial problems. What could go wrong? Brothers, why didn't you say, I'll stay with my husband? I know marriage will be difficult, but I'll be faithful to my marriage vows. But no, you deserve to be happy, right? Well, here's the bill for your happiness. I truly rejoice when I see them like this, brothers. Many of these women overvalue what they bring to the table compared to what the man brings. Just think, this man was paying the mortgage or rent, car payments for both of them, health insurance, car insurance, internet bill, electricity, water, gas, mobile phone bill, as well as gasoline for the cars. Besides having to bring food to the table, he has to pay for his wife's beauty expenses, medical bills for everyone at home, credit card debts. She thinks that because she stays at home cleaning, cooking, taking care of her own child, she brings the same as the man to the table. It's easier to pay child support than to maintain a woman. For you to pay all of that, not live with a constant headache, you have to sweat hard every day. Woe unto you if you're not a professional with student debt in this economy, brothers. To get ahead, we both have to work. That's why men don't want to get married. You work hard for 10 to 15 years, paying for all of this like a donkey, only to see a woman who woke up one day, threw everything away, looked for a Chad, and took everything that cost you so much to have. Brothers, the wall doesn't forgive. That's why it bothers me to hear these women with the story that single women are the happiest. This woman seems to keep it together thanks to antidepressants, because what the purple-haired movement doesn't tell you is that women are the biggest consumers of antidepressants and the most likely to attend therapy. This same woman, I don't know what she smoked, but she had her spiritual moment, that moment of acceptance of being stuck at the wall. That's why she feels like she lost her purpose for living, because she's alone in a house. Even if she tells you she's at peace, I must say the house is silent because there's no one there. But in her depressive mind, there are only memories of her bad decisions. That's why she says she has to overcome it. But I must tell you, woman, the wall doesn't forgive. These women who keep buying into the narrative of, you deserve to be happy, end up like this woman, alone. That's why her group told her to be more realistic. Surely you kept looking for the perfect man instead of being faithful to one. Now you see how reality hits you because, brothers, this is where the one who always thinks the grass is greener ends up, hitting the wall, and we all know the wall doesn't forgive. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What do you think about the cost of living nowadays? What advice would you give to these women in these different situations? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from the wall.